Gotcha, bitch!
What up, good people? It's your boy QT O.D.D Games Night here with a video for Call of the Wild the Angler. Yo, I originally was making this video for the Murph Man, the other half of O.D.D Games Night, the content creator for Murph's Motivational Moments, because he didn't like taking salmon challenges because they only use BaitCast reels. So I was going to make a video to show him how I do it, and then I thought maybe some other people may get some benefit as well. So let's check it out. As you can see, we're starting down here on the southern portion of the map, down here in the Emerald Plateau. I call this trout country. Every body of water down here has trout in it. Rainbow, cutthroat, orid, lake, all of them. Up there in the little funnely stream area that you can see right there, you'll find a lot more salmon. But I'm gonna stay down here in the lake because I'm lazy. Before we get started, I'm gonna let you check out their rig. My bait casting rig is as follows. You can see I have a spiral rod here. I've got it with the director reel. I've got 15 kgs on the line there, and then I've got my size 6 spoon, which I'll probably end up, I think, starting with the 7 spinner, just to try to, get more hits. So before we go spawn out and get in the boat and try to catch some fish, let's take a look at what it is we're actually trying to catch. So as you see with the old trouts here, one of their main characteristics is that they're easily spooked and they like the daylight. With this whole easily spooked thing, I usually try to use a boat and get out in the middle of the lake, or if I'm on standing around, I don't like to stand in the water with these guys because they're easily spooked. As you can see, as far as crank bait cast goes, they like crankbait, swim bait, they like spinners, and they like spinner bait, and they like spoons. I'll be concentrating more on the spoons and spinner bait, and as you can see right here, they all have very similar characteristics. If we want to look here, you see I don't have any diamond. I'm still trying to get some of those. Got silver and gold, but not diamond yet. We're working on it. Caught a lot of them. So let's go ahead and get ready to catch some fish. Don't pay attention to my boat because it's still stocked, because I got this real big hang up about buying a lot of accessories, and then I want to get some gear that I don't have money for because I went and bought some cool shoes or a boat. Anyway, I digress. And I'm also starting over. I'm going to reset the game now here because it was turning nighttime and I need daylight for this exercise. So like I said, in my boat out here where I have access to the middle of the lake, if I want to cast towards the middle, and I can easily cast towards the shoreline, which I like to do with bait casting, so I can see who's creeping around in the shoreline and then drag them out to my boat, chasing some prey, and then I can snag them. So let's take a look at this. Let's get it going. We're gonna cast over here at the shoreline with the old bait caster, and I'm gonna start at the bottom because it's not that deep. But I do like to start somewhere around that 5-6 meter area, and I'll start with the fast speed, like 3, and then I'll go 2, and then I'll go 1 to the slow speed while it's climbing. Once it gets to an area where it's around between 2 meters and the surface, I like to stay in that elevation, and then what I'll do is I'll try to keep somewhat of a consistent 1 or 2 speed, and then I will speed up to a 3. And then I'll drop back down to a 1 and speed up to a 3. And I'll do this maintaining in that level of about 2 meters to the surface. And so we'll see how this shakes out, because, I'm showing you how to do this easily. So this means I'm going to cast this out here and I'm going to get a hit. And the line's almost back in and I do not have a hit. What the hell? No, actually, this is a good thing for 2 reasons. Number 1, you got to get a good look at the technique, starting low and fast and then getting constant and switching speeds. But then you get to see the other important thing is that visibility is everything. So I found the sunlight and then I cast into that, and that's going to be my line for the next few casts because it's highlighted, and this is a visibility lure. So as you see, I started out fast with 4, went down to 2, 3, 1. And then as I continue climbing to get to that range I want to be in between 2 and the surface, 2 meters and the surface, because these aren't low bottom dwelling fish I'm dealing with. And now I'm going to just alternate in between a slow constant 1 up to a 3 and then back down to a 1. And I'm gonna do that and see if I can get anybody's attention. What's basically what you're trying to do is have your lure be like, hey guys, I'm out here, look at me, I'm a real life thing, I'm going slow, I'm getting fast, that sort of thing. So we're about to reel this bad boy in, and I do not have a bite. This is not looking good for my video. This is looking excellent for my video because I did catch somebody's attention, as you can see down here in the corner. So I'm going to do a quick cast that only sends it out about 10 meters, and then I'll flick it fast, slow to get its attention, like, hey, I'm still over here, and then I'm gonna snag you. See?
Gotcha, bitch!
You heard. So I'm glad this happened because it was 2 lessons in 1, which is something I was going to bring up later if it happened, and it actually happened on this first one. A lot of times you'll get a fish attention right as you're about to pull it back in, and because this is a motion vision reel, you can't stop it. If you do stop it, they'll turn away and they'll lose interest. So if that happens and you see the fish, just do a quick cast. Don't cast it all the way out 20 and 30 meters. Just do a quick cast, flick it a couple of times to get its attention in case they turn their back, and then you got it. And so as you can see, we went right back out with a cast, used the same technique, and I think we get a fish.
I'm on Burgundy.
Let's see. Alternating in between our slow and our fast speeds. Looks like I'm up at the surface, of course I am, because we're almost reeled back in. Ah.
Gotcha, bitch!
That was cast number 2. I mean 3 if you want to count the mini cast, but that mini cast was a continuation of the first one because we got his attention on that one. So, you know, and I think you know what I'm saying. Oh, we paused this cast because there's somebody right there by the boat. So we're just going to do a quick cast, see if we can flick a couple of times, fast, slow, get his attention. Yeah, he sees it. Get him.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, wow, I pulled that one too hard. Got us a nice little salmon. He was looking pink. I knew he was down there. Speaking of salmon. Yeah, speaking of salmon, let's try to target some salmon. Uh-oh, level up. Yay. We like that. On the way to 50, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, let's take a look at the salmon.
Because their regular food is so small, the general understanding of angling for kokanee is to irritate the fish enough so that it strikes your lure out of anger rather than as a predator.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to the Wharton. Gotta listen to the Wharton sometime. I played that for a reason. I'm gonna get back to that. But first, let's check out some other stuff because we're not leaving anywhere. We're gonna stay right here in this lake area because we know there's some salmon in here. I just pulled one out, and they're sharing the lake with all these trout. They share the commonalities with the bait that they like. That's why I'm bringing this up. So how do I try to get these guys and not get trout? Of course, I can't prevent the trout all the way, but there's a different technique I'm gonna use, similar to the first one I showed you once I get into this light over here. And that is, I'm gonna use a little bit more speed. Hopefully that if my lure happens to hit or run into one of these guys, it upsets them. And by to ensure that, I'm gonna ratchet it up to the 4s and the 5s, as opposed to just going to 3 like I was doing when I was just trying to catch trout. So that's pretty much the difference. I mean, it's like I can't guarantee that I'm gonna get salmon, but the higher speed seems to get their attention a little bit more than the slower constant ones do. And then especially if you can get close to them with that fast speed, they'll definitely try to bite. So let's check it out. So now I'm almost back in on this particular reel, but I did start off with some 4s and 5s. And I think somebody's telling me. You see him? You see him?
Gotcha, bitch!
We got him. He's pink. See? You know what I'm saying. So Salmon and the trout, very similar catching. They use some. They are attracted to similar baits. I see one right here, right in front of the boat, right in front of the boat. So we did the quick cast, which is your top right trigger, depending on what system you're on, but it's a top right trigger. Did a quick cast, see if we can catch this guy's attention. Come on, bro. Now, I know you're right here, and I know you saw it. All right, well, see, we see him. He's right there. Let's do again, another quick cast, because we're going to get you, because you're right here, and we see you. Yep, let's flick.
Gotcha, bitch.
What I say, man? Hey, it ain't get any easier than this. They sitting right there. You agitate them. All right, so quick wrap up with the bait casting. Be the bait. Try to be alive. Start low, come high. If you're dealing with high fish, slow, constant, jerk to faster speed. If you want salmon, ratchet the speed up a little bit more. You may be likely to get them. Till next time, have a great games night and peace.